Got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and then finish in business. I'm sitting in business. Just look at the ticket. The traveling man. I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it. I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it. Elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay again.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Okay, right? Opposite, green. Set.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. You look at this Carolina defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Off play action. Huggins. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
Ready?
They'll go up the middle with White. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They stay on the ground with White. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Rashad White. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Love now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This defense for the Dolphins, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver?
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They call it a gain at 19, and it moves the chains. First down, here's White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes home. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
He had a chance to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Off the option, here's Etienne. Gets through and now an opening. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To throw now. Here's Love. And that'll be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Etienne, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
A 50-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. They are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punt, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 45 yards rushing for now to this point. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Huggins throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage in the decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 17 yards on the catch and 1. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing. Love. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Love now to pass on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's White. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphin score. Rashad White, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
It's beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be second down. The Panthers at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunan. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times you talk about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterwards. I know he was trying to make a play, but that time he ends up drawing the flag.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
3rd and long for Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Love fires that quickly onside. Touchdown, Panthers. Romeo Doubs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing. The reaction to those guys back in the back seven, phenomenal.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, giving 14.
I got to kick you, hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effect.
There he goes, right side. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Carolina. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 17-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's a 3rd and 14. Love. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Following the interception, Love. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
First down, going to the air with Love. Locates ETN along the sideline. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And they'll run with ETN. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Dolphins' 5-yard line.
One more time with ETN. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Travis Etienne as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Now White lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Back to throw. Huggins. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Second down, Love. He'll get that complete to Alberto. 63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him now.
And the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want another block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now Love will try with his legs. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
Now Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin puts it off.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A shotgun snap, and again to ETN.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. ETN once more.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Love from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll try the right side here with White. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Off the play fake. Huggins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. To throw on 2nd down. Huggins.
That's into the hands of Waddle downfield.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Rashad White
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Dolphins have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 5. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Love looking to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Love from the gun on 3rd down.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. There was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! DJ Chark. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Love throwing for it.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally because somewhere the chart's going to, something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huggins.
Yeah, to the right sideline. Falls incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Sanders' kick is good.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Come on, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
133 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
On 1st and 10, Love. And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Huggins.
Open man is Waddle complete.
Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On a handoff, it's White.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Huggins.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
Shoves him off at the 20. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 14. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Running out of the gun with White. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Big strides, look at him go. He may go. Touchdown, Carolina. Albert O, 91 yards. And the Panthers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And it's caught.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Huggins. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Rashad White, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Ready.
Here's 1st and 10.
Love now. And Sharp hauls it in. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Love's throw taken in by Miller.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there. As that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Etienne on the toss right.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Love. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Oh, what a time for laps defensively. That turns this game right on its ear. And now, forget about going fast. They might want to take the air out a little bit and force the defense to use some timeouts.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Etienne.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3rd down and goal coming up here. They'll try to run with Etienne.
And he's across for the touchdown. It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He's back to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small